Hello everyone, it's Lisa here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building a cottage and this cottage is quite big, or at least if you compare it to my other builds as usual, because I mostly do tiny builds, but I was in the mood to build something bigger, or I would say I was in the mood to build something like that. So I saw a picture on Pinterest and I wanted to try to recreate that a little bit. And yeah, it turned out to be a really big house in the end. So that's why it's so big, but I kind of like it. So yeah, there is space for 2 parents and also 2 kids and 2 teens and 1 toddler and also a dog. So you can have a really huge family living here. I think like 8 Sims, or like 7 Sims and also a dog. Or of course you can also have a cat living here. I think that it doesn't matter. You can just switch everything out and just place some more items, but whatever. So it's for 7 Sims, and yeah, I think it doesn't look that big from the outside, but from the inside, it's actually quite big because the second story has a lot of space. So the rooms for the kids, they are not that big. So they are kind of small, but not too small. I kind of make it work. So yeah, I really do like how it looked and how it turned out and everything. I don't know, it's so adorable and it's a house I would definitely want to live in. So yeah, if you you can see that on the top left side of the screen I wrote English cottage in the description, but it's not an English cottage really, because the thing is I've never been to England, and yeah, so the inspiration picture from Pinterest, it was called English cottage, I think. But I changed it up a little bit, or not only a little bit, a lot. And therefore I wasn't sure if it looks like an English cottage anymore, because I've never been to England actually. And that's quite weird because I've been to a lot of countries here in Europe and I really love to travel, but I don't know why I've never been to England, but it's definitely on my list. But yeah, I cannot travel at the moment. Yeah, you probably know that. But yeah, anyways, so I don't know if it's really like an English cottage anymore. So that's why I decided to change the name just into cottage. But yeah, I don't know. If you want to, you can just change it up and then it looks like an English cottage or whatever. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I used the brick, or the wallpaper from the Country Kitchen pack on the exterior, and it looks really amazing, I think. I know that it's simply just a wallpaper which has some recolors, from a base game one. I know that there's been a huge, a lot of people didn't like that EA did that. I saw that on Twitter and a lot of people were furious about that. But I think it looks nice, and I don't really like to use the base game wallpaper which looks similar like that, because I think I don't know, it looks weird, and I really like this one actually. So I'm super happy that I got to use it, and I'm also using the Country Kitchen on the inside. So yeah, I really do like the color scheme as well from this house, because it's something I haven't done before. When I decorated everything, I was just thinking, okay, there is some contrast missing, and that really bothered me because everything looks so plain a little bit, I would say. So it's very much not huge, beige and grays, and I don't know, nothing really pops, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so in the end, I will add a lot of ivy on the exterior, and I really like how that turned out. So there are a lot of pops of colors, in purple, I think, everywhere, and also some white ivy, but yeah, you will see that in the end. But now you can see me doing these shutters for windows, and I did that with, I think these doors are from Cats and Dogs, and I really like how that looked. So yeah, it's simply, I just drew a wall there and placed a door and just resized it. I think I did that with the tool mod, but of course you can just resize doors as also with your keyboard. I'm not quite sure what kind of keys you have to use, but you can Google that because I think it's different for every keyboard, and every country where you live in, it's always different. So yeah, and now I'm doing some landscaping, and yeah, I'm using these trees. They came with get together, and they are from the debug menu. So I used them just to make it cohesive. And yeah, I haven't talked about where I'm building yet. So this is in Windenburg, my most favorite world, because it's, I don't know, I think this world is so beautiful, and every time I'm building there, I'm just like, oh my god, these mountains in the back, and I love it here. So yeah, so I used some I didn't use mountains from the debug menu. That would be no. Okay, yeah, I'm using trees from the debug menu, and yeah, so I'm doing the landscaping now, and it's pretty basic. I actually didn't use the romantic garden flowers, and I'm super happy about that because I use them in every single build. And yeah, so I'm using different ones here, and I'm super happy about that. So I will also use this one here. I think it's lavender, I would say. I think so. I'm not sure how it's called, but I think it's something like that. Yeah. And I really like that it gave everything this purple touches, colors, and yeah. Also, I'm adding some more rocks now, and yeah. Oh yeah, and also I'm adding some planters. And yeah, I really like how those plant boxes look like. I think they're really adorable, and that's why I placed them there. And I think I will place some more also in the backyard as well. The backyard isn't that big, but I think it's okay. It's a 30 by 20 lot, so I think it's actually quite small for such a big family. Like, now that I'm thinking, like, it's a 30 by 20 lot, but it's a super big family which can live here. But yeah, that's why they don't have a big backyard. Yeah. Okay, but now you can already see some ivy on the wall, but I will delete that later on, and that's why I didn't show like the process of it, because I won't keep it anyway, because I wanted to add some more colors. And yeah, I'm adding the ivy from Jungle Adventure later on, which is like my most favorite ivy, and I'm using it in like every single build, or not every single one, but in a lot of builds. So I'm sorry if you don't have this pack but want to download my builds, then yeah, I think it's not that bad, because I think it will just disappear. But anyways, now I'm doing the backyard. So I placed down a swing set and also a really big dining table, and I don't know, I really like how this looks, because I just really can imagine sitting here under this tree, like in the sunshine, and eating there. And I don't know, I have this really cute picture in my head, and I really want to sit there and eat something and have a barbecue and everything. It would be so cool if you can actually live in your Sims houses like in real life. I think that would be so amazing. I'm even willing to pay for it, so I would build a really small, tiny home that I could afford, and then I could build in it. Not build, like live in it. And that would be amazing. Yeah, but that's sadly not possible because I'm not a sim and The Sims isn't real. But yeah, okay, I'm getting off track now. So here is a backyard patio, like a little one, and I think it's, yeah, you can access this through the kitchen, I would say. I think so. And yeah, and there's also a second patio on the back, which I'm decorating now, and you can you can get through it. No, how do you say it? You can access it. That's the word. You can access it through the living area, living room. It's a room, not an area. Yeah. And now I'm changing up the ivy, and yeah, I'm using this purple one, but I paired it with the white one as well, so that it doesn't look too overwhelming, and I kind of like it. And also I'm really craving for more ivy, like in different color swatches and everything, because the ones from Jungle Adventure, they look beautiful, but mostly I'm just using the white swatch, because the red pinkish swatch and also this purple swatch, they are quite colorful and they don't match everything. So I really wish we would get some, I don't know, some flowers which are more pastel-y maybe. I think that would look amazing. So I'm really hoping that we will get some ivy more in future packs. Also, I really want a new pack as well, because it's been such a long time since we got something and I want more content and everything, but it's, yeah. I think it's okay like that, because we got the kids recently, and, or not recently, I think it's already like been 1 or 2 months. Oh no, not that long, maybe 1 month? I have no idea. Okay. But we also got bunk beds and everything, so there are some small updates that we are getting, but I'm really craving for a new big pack, like an expansion pack or maybe also a gameplay pack. But I have absolutely no idea what they are planning on, like what pack is going to be the next one. I have no idea. Like, you can definitely write down in the comments what you think, what the next pack is going to be, or like what you are wishing for. Because I know that a lot of people are wishing for farming, and I think a farming pack would be quite nice. And I think like if you would get horses and everything, that would be I love that in The Sims 3, that you can have your own farm and ride a horse and even a unicorn. I really love that. So there I did a lot of gameplay actually, but in The Sims 4 I'm not quite sure if I really need a farming pack, but it definitely would be nice. So yeah, I'm really hoping for a generations pack actually, because I love to build family homes and that would be perfect for it. So yeah, I don't know, even I think the next pack is probably going to be a gameplay pack, because I think that's like the next one in order. But I feel like they should be announcing something soon, because it's been such a long time. I think the last pack that we got was the paranormal one, and was that last year? Oh no, I think it was this year, but I don't know, time flew by. Like, yeah, okay, I have absolutely no idea about all the dates at the moment, but yeah, so I really I'm looking forward to new content, and I really hope that we get something new. So write down in the comments what you want to see next. I would be interested in that. So yeah, so now I'm decorating the living room, and it's kind of big, so I even had some space to place down a football table. Is that how you say it? Or I think it's like a German word also. I think you call it like a Fußball set? No, it's a football table, right? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm just talking about weird words that I don't remember, but I'm practicing it. So also I just wanted to mention, I don't know, but if my voiceovers are not that professional, or also my builds and my videos and everything, and I'm talking not that perfect English, it's because I'm still learning everything, and I have this, or I'm doing YouTube regularly since 4 months now. 4? No, 3 actually. Like the beginning of this year, I've started to do it regularly, and I'm not that long into this YouTube business, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So please be kind with me and don't hate on me if I do something I know I'm not receiving a lot of hate or anything, but just wanted to mention that if my videos are not that professional like you would expect from someone having that many subscribers, it's just I'm not doing that for that long. So I don't know, I just thought that I could mention that. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I have to stop saying I don't know. I'm sorry for that. I have to practice a lot with voiceovers still, but I think it's going good. So yeah. Okay, now I am doing the kitchen, and I really liked how colorful the kitchen looks like. I also tried to make the whole house pretty colorful, and also to make it not too colorful, but I kind of like how the kitchen turned out. So I used the country kitchen kit. No, oh, it's such a weird word, and I fail that every time I say it. But yeah, I'm using this one, and also the stove and the fridge are from Jungle Adventure, and I think those two packs, they go pretty well together. I think the kitchen looks amazing like that. Yeah, so I'm adding some more details everywhere, and I'm adding a little breakfast area here. I think your Sims, they have a lot of space to, a lot of places to sit here, because there's a little dining table here, and there's also this island counter. Yeah, island counter, that's how you say it. And also in the room next to it, which you can see now, there is a really big dining table, but I will switch it out later on, because while I was playtesting, I realized that your Sims sadly cannot access all chairs from it. But yeah, you will see that in a bit when I'm there, because now I'm still doing something different, and I should probably talk about that when I'm in this room. But I'm still decorating this room. Yeah, here I am. So now I'm adding this table and it's too big and your Sims cannot access everything. So that's kind of sad. I hoped that it would work, but it didn't. So yeah, I changed that up later on into a smaller table, but you can see that in the screenshots if you are curious how it looks like. Or of course you can also download it from the gallery if you want to have it in your game. So yeah, I'm just adding some more like decorations and plants. Oh, and I totally forgot to say that, but I really try to make it look as realistic as possible. So that's why I placed down a lot of toys everywhere. And I think especially in the living room, you could see that there are like toys everywhere, or not everywhere, but there are a lot of toys and kids items. So I think it's just more realistic like that, because if you have kids, I think it's really difficult to have everything clean and organized and to not have toys everywhere. I worked as an au pair in Norway for I think like a year, and so I know how it's like to take care of kids and how difficult it is to let them make everything clean or to keep everything clean. So I just feel that it's more realistic like that, and I kind of like that. So yeah, but everything is still functional. It's not too overcluttered. Everything should work here. I playtested everything, I think, or at least the things where I thought, okay, this could be critical in terms of functionality, but I think everything works. So yeah, here is the parents' bedroom, and yeah, I'm just adding, I think it's pretty neutral, I would say. It's not that colorful, and yeah, I'm just adding a bunch of decorations now and some candles and a lamp, and yeah, that's basically it for this room. I think it's not too special, but yeah, so I think the next room, or no, we are going upstairs now. Yay, yes. And there you can also see the second bathroom that I did. I didn't show that on camera because it's just super small and simply like the same. But there is also a shower and a toilet and a sink. And downstairs there's just the bathtub combo, like a shower top combo, that's how you say it. This is downstairs, and upstairs just a shower, but I also placed down a potty downstairs, so your toddlers are fine, they can go to the toilet. So yeah, here I'm decorating a kid's room, and it could also be a toddler, not a toddler, like a teenager's room, because you basically just could delete the toddler. Why do I keep saying the word toddler? You could probably just delete the kids' items, and then it's going to be a teenager's room. Maybe someone who's really into sports or something like that. But yeah, here is the toddler's room. So now it's really the toddler's room. So I gave them this big dollhouse and yeah, just some items. I think I don't place that much here because the rooms are not that big and I didn't want them to be like too much. But I really adore how I'm adding these kids items everywhere from Parenthood, I think. I think Parenthood is such a good pack. If you are looking for a nice family pack, then definitely get Parenthood, because the items there are amazing. And I absolutely love those items that we get from Parenthood. Because like those pictures on the wall and everything, this is so beautiful. Yeah, and here I'm doing the next room, and this is a kid's room. So I also placed down the science table, is that how you call it? Like the lab thing here, so that your Sims can, like the kids can train it a little bit. And yeah, it's just a bed, and I thought that the Sim who is living in this room is a little bit more like science orientated, or is really into space and everything, and yeah, also science. That's why I placed down this table there. And yeah, oh, and I'm also adding this lamp on the ceiling later on, like now, yeah, with all the planets, and I really think this is adorable. And here is the last room that I'm decorating. It's a teenager's room, and I thought that it would be for like 2 girls, but of course you can change that up. I was just in the mood to do a pink room, and of course it doesn't have to be like specific for girls. You can just have anyone living in this room. And yeah, so that's basically about it, I think. So if you enjoyed this video and yeah, then please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel because that would really help me out. And of course, you can write a comment. I would love to hear what you what you think of this, and you can download it from the gallery. My ID is sunnysimsieyt. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.